Good morning, YouTube. I am with a fellow. I'm with a resident of Dayton who's homeless. He's going to tell you some about his experiences, and also what it's been like trying to survive this whole coronavirus pandemic with everything that you can go to that's practically closed. Your name?
You know what? It's like
your name. You introduce yourself.
I live in Dayton, Ohio. And the epidemic here is a bunch of bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was better. I wish it was a more easy way out. I wish there was more stands out here that just give out food. Okay.
There is places that give out food, but
they should have
stands.
They should have tents. They should have heaters just giving out stuff for the poor. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
People getting sick over this.
Yeah, and that's true. And there's people that have nowhere to go. Like I was just talking with you a few minutes ago. You just got out of the hospital, and you're on the streets. I mean, where is there to go besides really just wander around Walmart or Myers or a park and things like that? There's nowhere. There's nowhere to go. And then like the soup kitchens, for example. You have to take your food to go, so that right there creates another problem because, that they're so concerned about this virus, but help it, people are just going to litter everywhere, the food they get from these soup kitchens and whatever, because you can't sit down, anywhere and things like that. What is your experience, with some of that, stuff in general,
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta always have a clean, nice workplace. You're hoping everybody wash their hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just wishing the best for the food. The food could be better.
Yeah, the food at most of the soup kitchens is okay. It's eatable, but but people just don't have anywhere to sit down. And there is something that a lot of people who are just not educated about the homeless just don't understand this. People that don't know anything about, being homeless, their fucking response is, well, just go to the shelter. But for one thing, nobody wants to be around a fucking disease-infested shelter with 300 or 400 dudes. And if we do have this pandemic is as serious as they say it is, why would you want to be there, when people rob you, they steal from you, you get into fights there? And why would anybody want to go there anytime, but especially during this pandemic? So these people that say, oh, go to the shelter, that don't know a damn thing about being homeless, what is your response to that, about the shelter situation?
The shelter should be more cleaner and better.
And there needs to be smaller shelters too.
They need more workers there to keep an eye on the individuals that's doing what they're doing, because people are doing all types of drugs in the restaurants.
Oh, of course. Stealing from people.
You know what I'm saying? It's unorganized crime. It's crimes going on under the table. Some of the workers are gang members, and they jumping and beating on the people that live there, and just kicking them out, harassing them, doing all type of brutal.
Yeah. And the thing too, it is my belief too that, and this is coming from somebody that's Catholic myself, St. Vincent de Paul should not be the only ones that are allowed to operate a shelter. There needs to be more than one homeless shelter, for people to go to, because it is wrong that the shelter is monopolized, It's a monopoly because they're the only ones that have a shelter in Montgomery County, whether it's the men's shelter or the one for the women and kids. And that's wrong, what are your thoughts on the shelter, being monopolized and just having, with only just one group and one church basically running the shelters?
It's ridiculous, man. It should be more, man. It should just be one shelter. And it should be located right next door to the women's shelter.
Yeah, well, they are apart a little bit, but yeah.
Two women's shelters, only one man's shelter, and it's not right, man.
Yeah, because
Somebody need to do something about this stuff.
because they need to be putting, you know, people up in hotels if this problem is as serious as they say it is. So, for example, you know, you're homeless right now. What are the things that you're doing to like kill time, you know, with things like the libraries being closed, community centers, the soup kitchens, you can't take anything. You have to just take out, you know, things, all the stuff, restaurants, all the stuff that you could go to, you know, before, you know, to kill time was shut down and taken away from you. I mean, what are the things that you've been doing just to occupy and
Just
kill
the
time?
mercy of God, Lord Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah, Buddha, whatever you want, whatever your God is, that's giving you strength to carry on, that's helping you with your family. Let them just sit there. Let them just sit, not even in the house, because they think you have the coronavirus. Sit in the backyard. Someone won't even do that.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no cash or money, they won't even say hi to you. It ain't your own flesh and blood. This stuff is getting to everybody's minds, making everybody go crazy.
Yeah, because people are just, you know, super paranoid, you know, like right now, and it's just the thing that a lot of people just like this situation too, you know, like I can honestly, I know several people that are homeless, and because they don't have anywhere to go, you know, we were talking about the shelter a couple minutes ago. A lot of people have serious mental health issues, and you know, they don't want to be around that kind of environment because, you know, you put 300 or 400 dudes that a lot of them in there have mental health issues, and not everybody's homeless, you know, because they want to be or whatever. Some people have serious mental health issues, and you know, the last thing they need to be around is a filthy shelter, you know, with hundreds of other dudes that have, you know, issues out the wazoo, and a lot of people just don't understand that. And you know, so basically, like people like yourself that are homeless, like about the only thing people can really do is just, you know, pray to God, but in the meanwhile, just wander the streets, wander the buses, like we're on the bus, you know, right now, Panhandle, yeah. So,
case manager.
so you know what? My message to our politicians, and of course, you can speak on this. I don't care whether it's Nan Whaley, Governor Mike DeWine, or Mike Turner, or whoever. You know, get people in hotels and get them off the streets so they don't have to be on the buses, you know, all day. So, what's your final message that you would say to any, you know, to our leaders about this situation right now?
They make better group homes because the staff is ignorant. They talk crazy to the group home members, and the group home members, they got the problems of their own. They on medication. How you gonna talk crazy to somebody on medication? They got problems. Don't bring your problems to work. Keep them at home.
That's very true.
Don't wear your chip on your shoulder and put it on someone else who's suffering already in mental and physically. You just suffering physically or because you're having a bad day. These people out here are suicidal, man.
All right, thank you, Jeremiah. You have a good day, man. Thank you for the time.